Good evening, everyone. If you're here, not sure who's here and who's not. Don't see anybody in the chat yet, but that's fine. We are live. Hey, Brian. Brian, you're the first in here. But what's up? Yeah. We are ready to go. You win the first person award. That's right. I'm looking forward to this one tonight with Artifacts. I think it's our first box that we've done as part of this break. I am looking forward to it. And let's see here. And Brian D, you've got the Sharks and Lightning, by the way. I'm going to read them all here in a minute, but just so you know, got the Sharks and the Lightning. I think those were the last two that were bought up. Either that or a Columbus. A couple late ones. But you'll get a prize pack, like I said in the tweets. So that's something interesting coming your way. Trying to see who else is in the chat. There's a couple people here right now, but give it a few minutes, obviously. Get some folks in here. Going to have 4 Hall of Fame guesses tonight for a chance to win something big. Not sure what yet. What's going on, DZ? Dave has Minnesota. Looking for some Krill or some Nordy, maybe a Nordy card. What about a Nordy Fur Redemption card? Real Nordy fur. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Fur off the costume. I'd like it at least. Smells like beer and sweat. Yeah. Give it another minute or so, and then we'll get into it. Get over the transition here. There we go. There you guys can see things. Yeah. It's the Nordy nether regions. All right, here's who has what. I just said it a few seconds ago, but Brian D has the Sharks and the Lightning. Chris Cirillo has the Flames. Bird has the Canes and Jets. Caleb has the Red Wings. Brian P has the Flyers, Sens, Canucks, Dallas, and Islanders. Michael Cirillo has the Kings. Joey Picciarello has the Bruins and Columbus. DZ has the Wild. John McNamara has the Avs. William Jones has the Canadians. Scott Wazalewski has the Blues and Caps. Aaron Greenis has the Oilers. Stephen Harlan has the Rangers, Panthers, Ducks. Joey Picciarello has the Devils. And so I've mentioned him twice now. Brian P also has the Coyotes, VGK, Penguins, and Blackhawks. And we have Nikki has the Preds. And the Preds was a rack from BP and CO. So that was a surprise for Nikki. That Brian out in Colorado got her the Predatoros. So hopefully some Preds for Nikki. But we will give it about 20 more seconds. We'll get right into it. It's going to be a... shouldn't take too long, but we're going to have 4 Hall of Fame guesses. You see the X there, and there. But let's get right into it. And as people come in, we will tell them if they ask what teams they had. Let's do this. Good luck, everyone. We pulled that Connor auto on Saturday night. Hopefully we follow that up with something huge tonight. That Connor auto was really cool. I think artifacts come with slugs. Birdman also asked for some slugs, but if anybody wants slugs, let me know. think just about every pack will have a slug unless it's got a thick card. But first of the night in our artifacts break, William Nylander for the Maple Leafs. Nylander for the Leafs. Then upside down here we have Joe Sakic for the Avalanche, 156 of 299. Going a little bit back in time there, I'd say. Kind of a rainbow coloring to it. Sakic got a 299 for the Avalanche. And there's our first slug of the night. Got something in my eye. First slug of the night. Then we have Keith Yandel for the Swamp Kitties and Ricard Raquel for the Ducks. Yandel and Raquel. That's the last two there. So the box says up to 3 hits in every box. But it does not have a breakdown of the autos or patches. So we will have to see. Next up, Martin Nikas for Carolina. Back-to-back Carolina here, if anybody's playing along at home. Dougie Hamilton, if you're having a drink. I am not tonight. Third card in. And our first auto of the night, Boris Tkachuk for the Lightning. A rookie out of Tampa. Not too familiar with him. But going to BD. Tampa was one of the last ones that got bought up, which is kind of odd. Brian DeMarco with the first auto. Boris Tkachuk. Put him back here. Did auto horn for BD. Man, I think both my auto horns are out. There you go. Just had to hold it down. Came in strong there at the end. Oh, we still had some cards left in that pack. We got our slug. And we had Shusty for the Rangers. Cool photo of him. Shusty for the Rangers. Yeah, not bad at all. Rookie auto. Sure Rob would know of him. Come on, aluminum. There we go. Next up we have Cam Atkinson for the Blue Jackets. Then we have Ross Colton out of 999 for the Lightning. This is 586 of 99 for rookie Ross Colton for Tampa. Got our slug. Upside down again, Philip Grubauer for the Avalanche and Drake Batherson for the Sens. Grubes and Batherson is last two there. So as I was saying, it's 3 hits in every box, but I don't think it breaks down what the actual hits are, unfortunately. It'd be nice if they were all 3 autos. Taylor Hall for Boston. First one out of this pack. Hashir for the Devils. Rocking the cage. James Van Riemsdyk for the Flyers out of 99. Less than 100, we will put it in the sleeve. And top loader. This will be our lowest numbered card of the night so far. Put him in the background too. A nice one of Van Riemsdyk. Put him right there for now. Our lowest out of 100. Coming in at 17. That's going to be hard to beat. And our slug. And last card, David Perron for the Blues. Wonder if they'd count a less than 100 card as a hit. All right, Stutzley for Ottawa. Then we have Brendan Gallagher from Montreal out of 499. Gallagher out of 499 for Canadians. Got our slug. Nugent Hopkins for the Oilers and Chris Letang for the Penguins. Hopkins and Letang is the last two there. And 3 packs left in our first box. This one feels a hair thicker. I wonder if this is a jersey card or another slug. Yeah, it's another slug. They got me. Let's see here. Oh, we got a thick card in there, I think. Yeah. All right, Logan Couture for the Sharks. And there it is. Verana for the Red Wings out of 249. Nice dual patch there for the Red Wings. going to Caleb. So 108 of 249 for Verona and the Red Wings. Put him off to the side. Get a sleeve here in a second. Got our slug, of course, and Andre Palat for the Lightning. Get Jacob Verona in the wrong uniform, but whatever. That one is too small. There you go. That's what she said. But nice Verona there for Caleb. 2 packs left. So that'd be the auto and a patch card so far out of our 3 hits. And we have Jacob Chichern for the Coyotes. Nikolai Ehlers for the Jets. And we have Adam Ruzicka for the Flames. 354 of 999. Looks like our rookie, kind of base rookies are out of 1,000. Quite a few we pulled out of 999 so far. But Adam Ruzicka for the Flames. Our slug. And Pierre Dubois for the Jets. Last card. And last pack of this one. Looks like another thick card in here. We have Bo Horvat for the Canucks. And NHL Remnants of Mitch Marner. Looks like the old design. I wonder if they copied that or if it's an older one. 21-22. It's the right one. Just kind of their older design. Top left corner has a little D on it there, as you can see. Kind of sucks. That top left. But Mitch Marner non-numbered for the Leafs. NHL Remnants. Our slug and Alex Tuck for Vegas as the last card. Tuck for Vegas. Put Marner in his sleeve here. Almost a big guy. No. Was. Nikki, I don't know if you heard or were in here, but you do have the Preds in this, courtesy of VP and CO. So any angry Yoda kitties, and you have them coming to your house. And box 3 has the X there, starts our Hall of Fame guesses. Yes, he is. He's a swell cat. All right. First up, Ty Smith for the Devils. Dustin Brown for LA. Right off the bat, Brandon Hagel for the Blackhawks. Brandon Hagel for the Blackhawks going to BP in CO. And Autofax. I don't know if we've ever pulled a Brendan Hagel auto. Now we have. There's the back. Non-numbered. Cool insert of a card in auto. Put him right there. Ring the horn for BP. A few more cards in this pack. Looks like one actually. We got our slug. And again, if anybody needs slugs, let me know. Birdman is going to get some, and then whoever else wants them. Wheeler for the Jets. And this might be our first Angry Yoda Kitty. All right, Jeff Petrie for Montreal. Then we have Kalen Addison for DZ up in Minnesota. Out of 999, of course. And this is 364 for Kalen Addison in the Wild. Rocking the sweet stash there. Slug. Maxime Comtois for the Ducks, and Eli Tolvanen for the Angry Yoda Kitties for the Predators. How about that stash? That's right. That's the 10,000 Lake stash. Not the north of the border stash. All right, Tyler Toffoli for Montreal. Roman Yossi out of 499 for Smashville. So here's one for you, Nikki. Yossi 274 of 499. Slug. Jake Muzzin for the Leafs. And Yanni Gord for the Lightning. Muzzin and Gordon, his last two. Ode to Prince. That's right. Any Minnesota player now is going to be the Purple Rain stash or When Doves Cry stash. Party Like It's 1999 stash. That's my only three Prince songs I know. Carlson for the Caps. And a remnants here of Jack Eichel and the Sabres. Cool card. And this one, the top corner isn't banged up, which is nice. A neat little insert there for Eichel and the Sabres. Sabres were BP and CO. Let's put him in sleeve real fast. Dave, we should have if it's a Minnesota player, like have the lights dimmed down to purple. And like a little smoke machine come across. Be the Prince stash. There's our slug. And Bob for the Swamp Kitties is the last card in this pack. We get real creative with various stashes. Snorkel Squad, we could have bubbles come up. All right, Darnell Nurse for the Oilers. Joel Farabee and the Flyers. Then we have for the Maple Leafs, William Nylander, and this is going to knock off our James Van Riemsdyk low-numbered. Get out of here, James. We now have Nylander out of 50. So 26 out of 50 with kind of a gold trim there. So the out of 99 was a green trim, as you can see. And then gold appears to be out of 50. It's kind of like almost like a greenish color gold. But 26 of 50, which is nice. Mr. Nylander becomes our lowest numbered card so far. Got our slug. And last card is Nick Suzuki in Montreal. Looking back, still 0-0, top of the fourth. Next up we have Anthony Mantha for the Caps. Remnants here of Alexander Barkov and the Swamp Kitties. Also a nice one there. Seems like the breakdown is 2 patch cards and an auto per box for the 3 hits. But Barkov there and Panthers. Panthers were Stephen Harland. So nice one for you, Steve. Got our slug and Rasmus Dahlin for the Sabres. Dahlin for the Sabres. Last card there. 2 packs left. Slug in every pack. Varlamov for the Islanders. Robertson for Dallas. And we have a 21-22 rookie Moritz Seider for the Red Wings. This is out of $9.99. Haven't seen this insert yet. Kind of cool with the shield back there. And kind of reminds me of the, I think it was the OPC Platinums with the shields, the various shields. But 228 of $9.99 for Moritz Seider and Detroit. I'll put them in a sleeve here. So nice one for the Red Wings and Caleb. We got our slug and Adrian Kempe for LA's last card there. So a couple different inserts. We haven't seen a whole lot so far, but that's definitely a new one. Here are the slugs in the back of the pack. That's new. So maybe we get a bonus card here. Another thick card, it looks like. Let's see what they give us. Anthony Mantha again for the Capitals. And we have a Threads of Time of Eric Carlson. Here's what's absolutely hilarious. This card is bigger than the slug, if y'all can see that. The card is actually bigger than the slug. It's just cut poorly. See if you can see the difference here. There you go, I had it. That card is a lot bigger than the slug. Upper Deck. Threads of Time doesn't even fit. I'm trying to see if it looks straight or not. Kind of putting it flat here. The card looks straight. Actually, I don't think it is. The top goes down here. So a very strange and off-cut Threads of Time. See, the top left corner is not in a straight line with the bottom right corner. Probably why the card's bigger than the slug. So clearly a miscut here. Going to the Senators. This would be an eBay 1 of 1. And going to BP. So a neat one for you, Brian. Even though it's kind of jacked up. You can see on the back big time too. Like the bottom corner here, this side is much higher than this side. That's when the cross-eyed guy from the Adam Sandler movies looks good to me. But a cool card nonetheless for Brian, even though it's crooked. Then we have, out of 199, Jacob Bernard Docker for the Sens also. So back-to-back Sens there. There's our slug for BP and CO. All right. This is our third box, I believe, and it is going to be our first Hall of Fame guesses. First Hall of Fame guess. So, Hall of Fame guesses, go. Get your guesses in. As a reminder, Break 41, our 3 clear cuts Black Diamond in the skate has 14 teams left. Hopefully that'll fill up by Saturday. We haven't had a skate in a while. 44 has 20 teams left. That was 2 SPAs, 2 artifacts, 1 Black Diamond. 43 has 3 artifacts, 3 clear cuts, and 1 premier box, and it's got 22 left. So kind of a good potential to have one on Saturday with 41 with the 14 teams left, and then keep it going every Wednesday and Saturday. Looks like we're sitting in a pretty good spot right now. All right, DZ says Kirill. Brian DeMarco says Mr. Stamkos down in Florida. Nikki, I don't know if you're still in here or not. If you want to get your guess in. I'm going to go with the mustache north of the border. The little AIM-34. Steve says Ovi. Man, that'd be sick if we got an Ovi in here. Which I think he is in this. If I remember reading right. They're using the stickers, but I think he is in here. Like his first time being in like 2 years with the products. But that would be dope, Steve, and welcome. Steve, you hit a insert a little while ago. By the way. Forget who it was now. All right. Nikki says McDavid. That'd also be awesome. If we hit McDavid 2 breaks in a row. All right, first up, Josh Bailey for the Islanders. And right off the bat, we have Quentin Byfield for LA with a dual patch auto out of 99. I tried going the left pack because I thought they were in the left pack first, like the last 2. This was the top right pack, unless I switched the packs when I put them out of the box, which I might have done. But I think it's consistently the top left pack for autos. We'll try it in the remaining boxes. 20 out of 99 here for LA Kings and Quentin Byfield. Very nice card with the dual patches going to Michael Cirella. So congrats, Mike. Nice card for you. And LA was not one of the... immediately wrong. LA was not one of the last teams. Mike bought LA, I think, a couple days ago. Put him back in the back here. We'll do an auto horn for Mike. Yeah, I'm going to double check the boxes from now on, and I think it's the top left. I think when I took that out, I put it on the right because I'm left-handed with this curve that I'm doing right here in my hand. We'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, so we got our slug. Last card of this pack, we have Mr. Parisi for the Wild. Nikki says immediately wrong. We have not had a Hall of Fame since June 4th. We are going on 5 months. Well, today's the 2nd. So we're very close to 5 months. Thomas Gries for Detroit. Back-to-back goalies with Jordan Binnington. And we have, out of 75, Patrick Kane. So out of 75 is kind of this reddish color. We've gotten the 99, 50, 75 now. Got to get some lower numbers. But our 50 of William Nylander will stay for the time being. But a nice one for the Blackhawks here. 57 of 75. That's an eBay 1-of-1 backwards and front. I've ever seen one. eBay 1-of-1 times 2. Immediately doubles the value right there. So Patrick Kane. Got our slug. And Mr. Clayton Keller for the Coyotes. Looks like he's very confused right there. Just an odd photo. Like, hey y'all, standing here alone, hanging out. All right, Dave says he's got to step away, but we got him wrong. We got him registered for Kirill. And our first ever Hall of Fame absentee vote. Vote early and vote often, Dave. Kevin Lankinen for Chicago. Speaking of Kirill, Dave, we have him out of 599 here for you. This is card 496 of 599. 496, 599 for Mr. K2. Got our slug. And Shea Theodore for Vegas. Jason Zucker for Penguins. Theodore and Zucker's last two there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Next up, we have Philip Forsberg for Nashville. Nice dual patch here of Grubauer. 147 of 249. Nice red patches here. Very cool card. Avalanche going to John McNamara. Nice one for you, John. That kind of dark red patch. 147 of 249 for Grubauer. Our slug, and Patrice Bergeron for Boston. Next up we have Oliver Bjorkstrand for Columbus. Mikko Rantanen for Colorado. We have a cool one here. So it's kind of a clear-cut type card. Rasmus Kupari for LA. Very cool. We have not seen this insert before. It looks just like a clear cut. Let's see the back. It's very thin too. Yeah, very neat insert there. So Michael with LA has the auto and now a very cool insert. And this thing is like paper thin too. But a very cool card for you, Mike. You hit him sideways once. That is very cool. We got our slug. And Thomas Chabot for Ottawa. Getting a nice variety of inserts. That's kind of neat. Wish we had Foxy in here and he would tell us the card name in the odds. He's probably at the, I wonder if he's at the Maple Leafs game. Next up, Dominic Kubalik for Chicago. Then we have out of $4.99, Wyatt Kalynuk for Chicago. Back-to-back Blackhawks there. I think that's our third one tonight. $3.33 of $4.99 for Wyatt Kalynuk in Chicago. Got our slug. Kevin Fiala for the Wild. And Braden Shen for the Blues. Leafs winning tonight. Nature is healing. Fiala and Shen. Yeah, they had a little slump there, didn't they? They weren't doing too hot. They had like a week there, I think, where they weren't doing too good. All right, Tyson Barrie for the Oilers. Very cool insert here from Montreal. Netgear of Carey Price. So some neat inserts. It's got like some old pirate font. Netgear. So I'm going to call this one. Pirate font Netgear insert. Carey Price in Montreal. Going to William Jones. Very neat card. Poppy couldn't score. He needed more wax in the stash. Slug. Thatcher Demko for Vancouver. One pack left. We have Veiko Voracek for the Flyers. And here we have Clayton Keller again looking very confused out of $2.99. He's just standing there like, when can I go in? Been standing here all day with my arms down to the side. $139 of $2.99 for the Desert Dogs and Clayton Keller. Slug. Tyler Bertuzzi for Detroit and Brendan Gallagher for Montreal as last two. Bertuzzi and Gallagher. All right, so we are down to, this is our fourth box here. Then we got Hall of Fame guests next, then another one, and two Hall of Fame back-to-backs there. Let's see who we can get. I'm going to go again with the top left being the auto pack here. So let's see. As we cut this open, top left we're going to put right here. There's empty box. Our top left is right here on top. Let's see what happens. If we are right. Add some drama and have it the last one. Kubalik for the Blackhawks. Kevin Fiala with the nice little off-white patch there for the Wild. Yeah, I've been putting all of them in sleeves. Might as well keep it going here. But Fiala for DZ. Big old slug. Braden Shen for the Blues. Last card. DZ is back. Right after you left, Dave, we pulled a Kirill out of $4.99, I believe. I don't know if you saw it or not. Barry for the Oilers. Bailey for Islanders. We have Jesse Yonan for Montreal out of $9.99. So out of $9.99 is kind of a silver foil. $2.59 of $9.99 for Montreal and Jesse Yonan. Another slug. And Kevin Fiala again. I think we started the pack with Fiala and we're ending the pack with Fiala. We're close to it. All right, Chirchin for Desert Dogs. Adam Fox out of $2.99 here for the Rangers. So Adam Fox. Looks like it's pretty consistent with the patch cards, one being kind of the normal, like this, then one patch card insert, one numbered card out of $2.99, $50, $75, or I think we had $1.99 as well, or $4.99. That seems to make up the pack. And then a couple base cards. At least they're following the consistency pretty well. That's your Demko. We just had him last pack, and Andre Palat with the Lightning as the last two. Demko and Palat. And then every now and then you get one crazy insert like that Rasmus Kupari clear cut. All right, next up, Stutzle for Ottawa. And here's another kind of interesting insert. The Orem bounty, I believe. Jack Hughes. Yep, that's going to be a scratcher. But Jack Hughes there for the Devils. Very cool gold card there. Devils going to Joey P. So again, our first scratcher insert with Orem cards. Looks really nice in person, black and gold. With Jack Hughes. There's the back. All right, and our slug and Rickard Rakell for the Ducks. Wonder if they're making the bounties a lot harder. That's 4 boxes and 1 bounty card. Usually it seems in the old ones they were the auto or the bounty, I thought, in previous years. Hopefully not the case this year. All right, Taylor Hall for Boston. Bashir for the Devils. Then we have Rasmus Kupari out of 9.99 for the Kings. Slug, Pierre-Luc Dubois for the Jets. I'm just going to start with the knife. A little bit easier. Next up, Cam Atkinson for Columbus. Nylander for Toronto. We got him back there as our low-numbered card of the night so far, out of 50. So Nylander. Then we're going back in time with Mike Gardner out of 4.99. Going back to the good old days. 379 of 4.99 for Gardner. Rangers, New York, Toronto Maple Leafs for his 19 seasons. We're missing a few seasons on the back here with the particular team. 91 and 96. They only have 5 years on the back here. But he played for a particular team that I kind of like. 379 of 4.99 for Gardner and the Leafs. And we got our slug and David Perron for the Blues. So I think I am right. We haven't had our auto yet. We got that 1 pack on top there. We have a super thick card here. Let's see what we have. Hold on to your butts. We have Martin Nikas for Carolina. Followed by Dougie Hamilton for Carolina. Can we get back-to-back-to-back Canes? So Hamilton for Carolina. And then we have, out of 35, Miro Heiskanen with a ridiculous dual patch card there. This will trump Nylander back there out of 50. But a nice green and white took the number right there. Part of the 4, I would imagine. Nice green patch. And this is a thick card, too. But out of 35 for the Stars. And going to BP. A nice card for Brian. The card behind that was Keith Yandel for the Swamp Kitties. The sweet card here of Miro. Let's get him right into a sleeve and top loader. So very nice memorabilia card there. Mr. Nylander is going out of the way. Mr. Heiskanen is stepping up as our low card of the night so far. So our last pack from box number 4. Again, if I was right, this should have an auto in it. Maybe it won't because we have the giant card there, but who knows. Nikolai Eller for the Jets. Couture for the Sharks. Mikko Rantanen for the Avs out of 75. And maybe that huge card trumped it, or I was completely wrong. So one for John McNamara here. Mikko Rantanen out of 75. Nice short print, but not going to beat our 35 over there. Nice one for you, John. We got our slug, and we have Zach Parise for the Wild. Maybe I was wrong. But this one is going to be our second Hall of Fame guest. I think the Orem replaces Auto. Yeah, I would think so too. I think it's what I had previous years. So get your Hall of Fame guesses in. Gonna move some cards for a second. Yeah, I would bet it does. Trying to see what our score is. All right, what do we have for our Hall of Fame guesses? Holy Leafs game fight, says Nikki. What happened, Nikki? DZ says Kirill. Nikki says Lundell. Birdman says Jarvis. BD says Colton. Nikki says Anton Lundell. I gotcha. Nikki, what happened with the Leafs? I got the MLB game on, waiting for the score here. They're showing Constitution Hall. Oh, TK wants to fight AIM 34. That's a no-go right there. Still waiting for the score here. Do we have a score? Showing highlights. Come on. It's not going to show the score. All right. Get into bench brawl. I'll have to catch up on the highlight. All right, so we're going to make a real prize here. All right? If somebody guesses the Hall of Fame guess right now, you are not only going to get a Raccoon card. I didn't say this at the start of the night. You'll get the action buttons in space, and you're going to get a Rainbow Austin Matthews rookie card if you guess the Hall of Fame guess correctly right now. So you guys have your guesses in. It might change up for the next boxes here, but that is on the line if somebody guesses it. The Matthews OPC rookie and buttons in space looking ornery. Steve comes in with the late guess of Nylander. All right. So I'm trying to get away from the 84 Civics and the 89 Dodge Omnis and have real prizes. So on the line is the Austin Matthews Rainbow Rookie. Puppies in the box. Oh no. All right, Varlamov for the Islanders. And we might not have an auto in this box. Here's Svechnikov with the Orem card. So, bum, 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 bum. It's like everybody just went over $1 and the price is right. That's what she said. Oh, good one, Dave. Should have picked up on that one. So, Svech here, not cool card, but probably going to replace our auto, unfortunately. But Orem for the Canes. We got our slug, Carter Hart for the Flyers. His last card in that one. All right, next up, Markstrom for Calgary. Then we have Artemi Panarin for the Rangers out of $5.99. Panarin out of $5.99 for the Rangers. Slug. Olofsson for the Sabres. Rupa Hintz for Dallas. That is last two. Olofsson and Hintz. Yeah, my little thumbs aren't as strong as they used to be, apparently. Having to get the knife out. All right, Ilya Sorokin for the Islanders. Upside down card of Alexander Barkov and the Swamp Kitties out of $5.99. Barkov out of $5.99 for the Panthers. Slug. Followed by Carter Verhey for the Swamp Kitties. Back-to-back Swamp Kitties. I think that's our fourth. And JT Miller for the Canucks. Verhaeg and Miller is the last two. Oh, in case you guys didn't see on Twitter, there's not a lot of you guys in here right now, but this weekend I will put the call out for the Raccoon Alliance Secret Santa. So we'll start submitting the names, and we have it again here, another uncut card, or a miscut card. Look how much bigger this card is in the slug. Can you all see that? How are you doing this, Upper Deck? And if you look at it this way, the card is also not straight across the top. Upper Deck, come on. But we're going to do the Secret Santa starting this weekend. I'll solicit the names in your favorite teams. Then around probably right after Thanksgiving, I'll shuffle everything and start sending everybody out their Secret Santas. So fair being the Flyers, and this is going to be a memorabilia card. I'm drawing a blank right now. But Spencer Knight for the Swamp Kitties out of $7.99. And again, this one is also a oversized card. Send it to PSA and they will say, not today. But if you look at the slug here, there's the slug. It's wider on the right and it's wider on the top. Awesome, Upper Deck. Quality control, no thank you. But it does fit real nice at the top of the top loader, or top of the penny sleeve. There's like hardly any gap up there. That's a good thing if you don't like that wasted space. It goes right to the top. All right, $661 of $7.99 for the Swamp Kitties and Spencer Knight. We got our slug there that we're using to measure it. And we have one last card here, Pius Suter for the Blackhawks. All right. Next up, Charlie McAvoy for Boston. John Gibson for the Ducks. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for the Oilers out of 65. Getting close to Miro at 35, but not close enough. So Nugent-Hopkins and the Oilers. 40 of 65. Nice card for Aaron G. Getting quite a few of these less than 100 short prints though. So Nugent-Hopkins out of 65. Got our slug and Sam Reinhart for Buffalo. Buffalo. All right. Next up we have James Van Riemsdyk for the Flyers. And year one rookie sweater of Tim Stutzley. Thanks to Upper Deck, this one has a white stripe there. Almost like a Harrison dot. The card corner is perfect, but it's almost like a Harrison dot right there. Just a white line on the corner. And it's not rubbed off, it's just probably a poor cut job by Upper Deck. And there's a little white ding on that one. So I think these are Harrison dots and Harrison lines. Our old friend from the North Woods of Canada. Hopefully he's staying warm tonight. But yeah, some clear Harrison dots going on here with artifacts. Look, that one's just a pure line, it's not even a dot. You guys can see it right there. And on the top right corner, a little dot there. What top loaders and penny sleeves you use that fit the thick patch cards? Can't seem to get some to fit the ones I have. Steve, let me tell ya. Give me just a second. So Stutzley there with the sweater. So for the super thick cards, it just fell out of the box here, off to your left. I'm using the Ultra Pro 3x4 super thick. 3x4 super thick for the top loader. And for the penny sleeves, I like to call them, there's definitely two sizes in the market. Here's your normal size, which is kind of clear you can't see, but here's the larger size. I don't have the sizes here in front of me. But if I put a sleeve here, you see it's a little bit wider there, obviously. And then obviously it's the same taller, but it's a little bit thicker and a little bit wider for the thicker ones, obviously. But if you go and look, you have your standard card, and then you got like these thicker ones. And then what I do over here, I have large cards. I have my large ones in there. This is my sorting over here, a little behind the scenes. But yeah, for the thick cards, Upper Deck's usually pretty good about these 3x4 super thick top loaders. That's what I go with. 10 pack, obviously. All right, so we got our slug. Hopefully that helps you. And Thomas Hurdle for the Sharks. Steve, where are you at? Magnums. Yeah, Nikki, I just cram them in there. That's what she said. Just cram it in there. Minnesota. Depending on where you're at, get with Dave. Dave should know a hobby store that would probably have both, because Dave's in Minnesota. There's a couple guys from Virginia. I couldn't remember if you were from Virginia or where you were from, but the hobby store here in Virginia, when you go and look at the penny sleeves, it's clear as day like the bigger ones. In fact, give me just a second. I'll show you the wrapper. Help you out even more. All right, well this sucks. I don't have any more of the thick ones. But here's your, regular card sleeves. And it'll say like thick card sleeves, I believe. I'm just out of the package of them now, apparently. So I'll be going to the hobby store soon. Southern and Austin. What? We got any wrestling fans in there? Where are you from again, Steve? What part of Minnesota? What town? Come on, don't let me down here, Steve. What town are you from? All right, Verona for the Red Wings. Mackenzie Blackwood for the Devils. What? Dave might have picked that up. A little Austin there, a little Stone Cold. Mackenzie Blackwood for the Devils. All right, then we got Riley Tuft for Dallas out of 999. 355 of 99 for Riley Tuft and the Stars. Got our slug. Jonathan Marchessault for Vegas. If you guys are confused, I don't think Dave's confused, but Steve, if you're confused, Stone Cold Steve Austin would interrupt people with, what? When they were talking. So when you said Austin, Texas, or Austin, Minnesota, it reminded me. All right, Vincent Trocheck for the Canes. Here we have 199 Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. We got our slug. Philip Hronik for Detroit and Joe Pavelski for the Stars. Hronik and Pavelski is the last two. And we had no auto in that box because we had the Orem card. This is our last two are going to be our Hall of Fame guesses, but we'll come back with a new prize for our final two. All right. Yeah, any hobby store will have them. You just gotta look. But I think it says thick card sleeves or something like that. All right. Our sixth box. Hopefully no Orem cards. All right, Gabriel Landeskog for the Avalanches. And look at that. Come on. Verona for the Red Wings. Boo. We should just scratch it. None of you guys are trying to get the bounties, are you? Just scratch it and send it on its way to Red Wings. Was Caleb. Caleb wouldn't mind if we scratched it live. My Verona Orem card there, which is going to take the place for our auto. hopefully our next 2 boxes. You know, I said we had hardly any Orem cards, and we got 2 boxes in a row. There's our Slug and Svechnikov for the Hurricanes. I shouldn't have said anything. All right, next up, Connor Garland for the Coyotes. Cole Caulfield for Montreal out of 9.99. Caulfield out of 9.99 for Montreal. Slug. Brian Rust for the Penguins and Alex Tuck for Vegas. Rust and Tuck as last 2. Steve's music. All right, Martin Jones for the Sharks. Kashir for the Devils out of 4.99. Got our Slug. Drew Doughty for the Kings and Adam Fox for the Rangers. Doughty and Fox's last 2. We are approaching the hour mark. We haven't hit an hour break in a while. You got a nice thick card there. Not coming into focus, but it is a thick card. First up is Mr. Jason Robertson for Dallas. And this is going to be it. This is it. Carey Price, 10 out of 10. So Mr. Miro Heiskanen is gone, and we are replacing it with a dual patch of Carey with a Dust Bunny. Look at that. A Carey Price Dust Bunny. You see him there? That's awesome. 10 of 10 is an eBay 1 of 1 times 2. 0-1 out of 0-1 backwards on eBay. With the Dust Bunny, that value just went up tenfold. We will make sure the Dust Bunny is encapsulated, which it is. Look at that. He did not use a lint roller. And Montreal is going to William Jones. Super nice card for you, William. Kind of a copper color for the out of 10s. 10 of 10. That's going to replace Heiskanen out of 35. Sorry, Miro. Carey, you come stand next to Austin up there for now, blocking the other Austin. Bye, Miro. But awesome hit for William. 10 out of 10 for Mr. Jones and me. Very cool card. Last 2 in this pack was Roman Josi for the Angry Yoda Kitties and Klingberg for Dallas. All right, so that makes up for that Orem card. Dave, I think you just scared away Steve, saying, hey, why don't you come up to the Twin Cities? And Steve's like, no, I'm not going to. You can't get me with that trick. All right, Mark Giordano for Calgary. Seth Jones for Columbus. Morgan Riley out of 25. Man, if we didn't just get Carey, this would have been our lowest one, but Carey said, not today, chumps. I got a Dust Bunny on my uniform. But Riley and the Leafs out of 25. That is a nice one. Good point. I've fallen for that old come up to the Twin Cities trick one too many times. But super sweet card here. 5 of 25. Nice short print for the Leafs. And again, if Carey wouldn't have just been pulled out of 10, this would have been our shortest of the night. We got our Slug and Chris Letang for the Penguins. Next up, Bo Horvat for the Canucks. And we have a Netgear Pirate font for Connor Hellebuck and the Jets with a Harrison dot in the bottom left corner. But nice navy blue patch there. And the old Harrison dot strikes again. I think that, what was the wooden cards where that came from? It wasn't Artifacts. It was, I can't remember. the old Harrison dots originated from. But you can kind of see it there around the corner. Cool card of Hellebuck, though. And the Jets. Ingrained, that was it. Ingrained. There's our Slug. And Drake Batherson for Ottawa. Yeah, it was the ingrained cards with a little wood chipped off. And old Harrison. He went to the Alberta Times with that. All right, Tavares for the Leafs. Tuca for Boston. And we have Mike Hardman out of 999 for Chicago. Hardman for the Blackhawks out of 999. Got our Slug. And Philip Grubauer again for the Avalanche. We've seen him a few times tonight. Last pack in box 6. And our last 2 will be Hall of Fame guesses. They will be coming up soon. Ryan Suter for Minnesota. Then we have out of 299, Alex DeBrincat for... Look at that. What's wrong with this card, y'all? Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this card? Or maybe not. It's out of 299. To me, he's missing his stick, isn't he? I would think his stick would be going across unless he's holding it in his left offhand, but his right hand is poised for a stick there. So his stick's in his left. That's just a weird photo then. Looks like it could line up perfectly. I'll just draw it in there real fast. We'll get buttons at an angle here. Get the old ink pen out, and we'll just draw a stick across there. There we go. Much better. 115 and 299 for the DeBrincat and little kitty. So there's maybe a knob there. Come on, camera. Maybe a white knob there, but looks like it should be in his left hand too. Slug. Shesty for the Rangers and Ryan Andrew Hopkins for the Oilers. Shesty and Hopkins, the last 2 there. All right. Put down carry. Invisible stick with 2 C's. It's a thick stick. Hall of Fame guesses for box 7. Go. And our prize for box 7 is going to be right back here. It's not a rookie card of AM34, but it is a slim card of Austin. You guess it, you'll get that little Austin card. Let's see what the score is now. 5-0 Houston. Uh-oh. Houston decided we're not going to tip off players tonight. All right, we got Kirill the Thrill for DZ, Jarvis for Birdman, Antoine Lundell for Nicky. These look very familiar. Brian changes his with Colton. Caleb says Raymond. Yep, so you will get, if you guess this right, of course, the Buttons in Space. Buttons in Space card with the Japanese version, of course. And the Austin Matthews Tall Boy. I think that's what it's called. Tall Boy Blue. That's probably not what it's called. That's what I'm calling it. If you can guess it right. Backup guess is an Orem. Does not count, Dave, unless you guess the Orem player. I'll give you that. If you guess the Orem player, then that counts as your Hall of Fame guess. We can do that. Can't just call an Orem. But that would actually significantly lower your odds because there's only so many Orem cards and Orem players. That would lower your guess a lot. Empty. All right. 7th box of the night. Hopefully not an Orem. Dustin Brown for the Kings. Toffoli for Montreal. Bjorkstrand out of 85 for Columbus. We are hitting some nice short prints tonight across the spectrum of players. Columbus is Joey P. Columbus was one of the final 4 or 5 to get brought up. I don't understand why they hate Suter and Parisi wearing well the uniforms of this product. I'm guessing it was made last year. Or they're using photos from last year. Bjorkstrand at 85. Nice insert for the Blue Jackets and Joey P. Probably it's something to do with the photos they took. We have our Slug, and we have Nick Suzuki from Montreal. But this quickly, they got Verona in Detroit, and they have Mantha on the Caps, even though that was like 2 years ago, I think, when that happened, 2 seasons ago. G.D. it. I can see the black and gold right there. I should have kept my mouth shut, and I didn't. So this is our 3rd box in a row that's an Orem. The vintage ad for the Rangers. We have the Kitty Cat. We have the Kitty Cat for our Orem card. Boo. Slug and Braden Point for the Lightning. I jinxed us. Maybe they're using a couple old photos in. Like 2-year-old photos. All right, John Carlson for the Caps. Then we got Barkov out of 499. I think we had him in like one of the first boxes as well. So Barkov out of 499. Slug. Jake Muzzin for the Leafs and Yanni Gourde for the Lightning. Muzzin and Gourde is the last 2. So going forward, if you guess A in front of your answer and then a player, we'll count that for the Hall of Fame guess. So we can tell this is going to be one of those patch cards as they did not cut the size. And this one's not straight either. Look at that. Look at the oddness of that from the Slug. Upper Deck. Looks legit, right? Come on now. All right, Darnell Nurse for the Oilers. And here it is. Our sign of the times. Tyson Barrie for the Avalanches. But this card is more crooked than a snake's back. It's larger and crookeder than all the other cards. Cool design though. For Tyson Barrie and the Avalanche. We got our Slug and Dolan for the Buffalo Sabres. But yeah, put an A in front of your guess for Orem, then guess a name, and that would count as the Hoffer. Next up, last one home for the Flames. Out of 499, JT Miller for the Canucks. Slug. Bob for the Swamp Kitties and Blake Wheeler for the Jets. Bob and Blake has the last 2. I think 8 boxes was half a case for artifacts. So my stupid mouth was right. Like we just had the odd boxes first. Jeff Petrie for Montreal. Mantha for the Caps again. And here we have a really nice one of Peyton Krebs. Another kind of clear-cut type. This has a little bit more fancy, though, with the corners being silver. So a rookie Krebs for Vegas. Very nice card. Very cool one. Very cool insert. Got our Slug and Adrian Kempe for LA. 2 packs left in box number 7. We'll have our final Hall of Fame guest of the night, which will be our biggest Hall of Fame prize. It'll be Magnifique. Ty Smith for the Devils. Out of 499, we got Dominic Kubalik for the Blackhawks. Slug. Maxime Comtois for the Ducks, and Eli Tolvanen for the Angry Yoda Kitties. Angry Yoda Cats. And we have Morgan Riley for the Leafs. Very cool one for you, Dave. Year 1 rookie sweater of Kirill the Thrill. But that's awesome, huh? The black part is smudged right off there on that. I'm sure you can see. That is a Mega Harrison dot. Send it in the pack though, right? Cool card, but just minus that nonsense. Like, how does that even get in the pack? Absolute garbage right there. And it's not like it was smushed or anything in the pack. It's just gone. Come on, Upper Deck. Killing me. Love the kind of the retro colors. Like the design of the card. And that. Yeah, still a very nice card. Be cool if you got like some of the offsetting yellow vice the. Because I don't think that matches up. That's the normal wild jersey there, vice the retro jersey. But still very cool. Congrats, Dave. And we have our Slug and Nicholas Backstrom for the Caps. Joey will love it. All right, box 8. All right. So not only do we have the tall boy or buttons in space, we're going to go with an AM34. How about a blue tracks rookie? Bam. Buttons in space, tall boy, and a blue tracks. How about that? You put them there. There's buttons in space. There's the tall boy. See if this works. Get him there. It works. A threesome there. That's what she said. And it all fell over. If you can guess the Hall of Fame guess right. Put them off to the side. All right. New hook for you, Nikki. Colton for Brian D. DZ's going with Kirill, and Birdman's going with Jarvis. In our last box of the night. And again, as a reminder, 41 has 14 teams left. Hopefully that on Saturday, the 3 clear cuts, skate and black diamond. 44 has 20 teams left. 2 SPA, 2 artifacts, 1 black diamond. And 43 has 22 teams left. 3 artifacts, 3 clear cuts, and 1 premier. So a little bit of variety there. Let's shuffle them. Since we're consistently getting 1 auto per box, it shouldn't matter. All right. Steve says Zegras. Good guess there. First up, Thomas Greiss for Detroit. Back-to-back Detroit with Dylan Larkin out of 499. Is that our 5th one tonight? So Larkin. Got a slug. Back-to-back Detroits. Tyler Bertuzzi. Can we get 4 Detroits in a row? Can we get 4 in a row? Do a 4 in a row Detroit mojo. Can we? No. Brendan Gallagher for Montreal. But 3 Detroits in a row. That's like a triple word score. Patrick Kane for Jones 709. All right, Lindholm for the Flames. And Mr. Getzlaff with the Ducks. The nice patch there. So Getzlaff with the Ducks. Jones 709, I'm guessing, is Mr. William Jones. Hopefully. William Jones, is that you? We got our slug and Braden Point for the Lightning as the last one. Next up, Morgan Riley for the Leafs. Mika for the Rangers. We just get any auto. And we have a sideways card of Trevor Zegras. Haven't seen this one before. I think this is a mistake, or this is how it's supposed to be. The name's in the right. Name's not centered. We have not had a horizontal card yet. I wonder if this is a rare one. 319 out of 499 for Zegras and the Ducks. It's an odd one because it's sideways. So Zegras and the Ducks. Got our slug. And Nicholas Backstrom for the Caps. Next up, Mika Rantanen for Colorado. Forsberg for Nashville. Going back in time, we got Paul Coffey out of 99. Paul Coffey out of 99 with the Western Conference All-Star Game. I'm going to have to look up when this was from, what year that would be from, and what team he was playing for then. I don't know if he switched teams or not. But out of 99, so that is correct. We have Mr. Jones in the chat. William, I don't know if you saw what was pulled a little while ago. But if you did not see it, this 10 of 10 Carey Price was pulled for you a little while ago with Dust Bunny on the right patch. Dust Bunny right there. A nice 10 of 10 of Price for you. So Paul Coffey, Western Conference All-Star Game. Detroit's my guess based on the gloves. And that is correct. Good eye. You can see the Red Wings logo right there. Great eye. Right above the first Canada C is the Red Wings logo. Very good catch, Steve. And probably the Red Sox too. But yeah, 93-94 was the Red Wings. Before that was Penguins, Pittsburgh, LA Detroit, and Red Wings in 93-94. All-Star Game in New York City. Good catch though. Going to the Red Wings. We got our slug and Mr. Patrice Bergeron for the Boston Bruins. Next up, Kevin Lankinen for Chicago. Have a nice patch here of Rasmus Kupari for LA out of 799. 528 of 799 with nice dual silver patches. $528 of $7.99. It's kind of like a Almost like a screen silver. Cool card for LA and Michael. Again, I was happy to see LA not the last team. Got our Slug and Shea Theodore for Vegas. And 3 packs left for the night. This is the first time we've hit an hour and 20 minutes in a long time. We've got our Slug as the back one, which means we have, I think it was another Orem card. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Bjorkstrand for the Blue Jackets. And now we got an auto. It's an Orem. GD it. Of Kirill. Cool card for you, Dave. Now that looks funny. It looks like a Harrison dot right there, but that's a stick. That's pretty funny right there. The stick goes behind the design and then comes back through. I thought that was a smudge, but it's not a smudge, luckily. That's his stick. But a Kirill, Kaprizov, Orem. You should have guessed this one, Dave. But it was, you had to put an A in front of it for Orem, as we had discussed. Pierre-Luc Dubois out of 199. And a Slug. So Pierre out of 199 for the Jets. They are sweet cards, but it sucks they trump the autos. Let me put an A here really quick. You should have. You would have had your Hall of Fame name, Hall of Fame guess. Voracek for the Flyers, and we got another one of Martin Brodeur. I haven't think he's played any games this year, making all those rental car commercials. But a cool card though, Brodeur and the Devils, going back in time a little bit. They are cool cards. It just sucks that it's the auto or memorabilia replacement. But Brodeur and the Devils, and we got 2 in 1 box here. Slug and Jason Zucker for the Penguins. Long-term injured reserve is correct, Nikki. Like LTIR indefinitely. He is not planning on coming back at all. Last pack of the night, Jordan Binnington for the Blues. Going way back in time on the LTIR, Gary Cheevers for Boston out of 599. Would not expect the Cheeve up in here. And there he has his social media mask. Those were tweets of everyone that hated him and what they said on his mask. He was ahead of his time and a bit of a time traveler, you could say, with the tweet mask. But Gary Cheevers for the Bruins, going way back. Slug going way back. Last 2, we got Clayton Keller looking confused. What a way to go out. He's confused why there was no autos in this box and 2 Spectrums. And Thomas Chabot for Ottawa as the last card of the night. Keller and Chabot. Yes, if you all didn't know, Gary Cheevers had a time machine. Well, for 8 boxes, 3 autos, that is nuts. But we had quite a few short prints. This being the best one, I think, out of 10. Quite a few less than 100. Fun night still. Legend Headies is the first verified account on Twitter. Yeah. What was his Twitter handle? Like Onions and Cheeves? All right, everybody's got to have a Cheevers Twitter handle. I'm going to go with Twice Baked Potato and Cheeves. Or Baked Potato Hold the Cheeves. But it was it's fun nonetheless. And it's nice having back-to-back breaks on Saturday and Wednesday. Come on, we gotta get some Twitter handles in here real fast. At Hashmask, that's a good one. What about He Hate Me? At He Hate Me. I think it's already taken though. It wasn't back then. But everybody have a good night. Take care. Be safe. We'll see you all back on Twitter real soon. And yeah. We'll go out with Carey Price and his Dust Bunny. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Till next time.